Good afternoon. I sit here, before you guys here, just as a very proud coach. The way we went at it today, bouncing back from the craziness of Dallas, and I thought we got stronger as the match went on, and I was really impressed with the compactness of our group, with the resiliency of our group, and just a ruthless mentality to be brave. And that was one of the most joyous things that I saw today, was just a backline who was connected, a backline who trusted each other, and just committed to the bigger process. And I didn't have many things to do and change on the sidelines, and that's always a good sign when the game's going your way. We know they're a dangerous team, and unfortunately one moment is all they needed. Even after that, I thought, we tried to really win the game again. And just unfortunately, sometimes, you don't get rewarded for good performances, because I thought we deserved 3 points today. So credit to the boys. And we move on. I mean, I know we want to win the home games, but we move on.
Tom, go ahead. Right, it looked like there were chances there in the first half, and you guys just couldn't, on that last play, make them come together to give you the lead.
Yeah, listen, we've been working a lot of talking about, a little bit more creation. We said in the last 3 games, a bunch of these goals that we've scored have come from set pieces, right? So we've done a lot in training. We've spoken a lot, shown a lot of video of how can we be more creative. And I thought we did just exactly that today. We were much more creative, a lot more fluid in the final third. It was great to get Rasmus back on the lineup and to see him in action for the first half. So we knew he's not going to last the whole game, and we know we have competent subs to come in and create some more chaos and havoc. So credit to the group. I enjoyed today's game.
And then on the goal that you gave up, was there a letdown after the goal, or we've had some second half defensive issues, or just?
No, I mean, listen, we're a team and stick together as teammates and as a collective, and Jake knows, he could clear the ball, and but we support him. We trust him to make decisions, and we trust him to get out of that. And he corrected the very next play. He plays a really good pass forward. So I mean, again, we trust our players, right? So we trust them to make decisions, and we move on. Unfortunately, that just has a trickle-down effect now of spacing and recoveries and what have you, and we can't get back quick enough because we're in total possession of the ball. So there was no danger, right? So we lose it quite cheaply, and then we got caught a little bit behind the 8 ball. But we're not here to blame and shame. We're here to stick as a group and stay connected with each other and trust each other. So as a group, how can we learn from these moments? And how can we, if the score's 3-0, and you might give up a late one, but I thought we controlled much of the proceedings today.
Luis?
That goal from Gioacchini was impressive. From your eye, how difficult, how patient he has to be to execute that play?
Yeah, I mean, he's thinking a couple of things right there. He's thinking now to make a run to the near post. He's trying to see the flight of the ball. It comes slightly behind him, so now he has to come back, into the path of the ball, and he stretches out a leg. I mean, it's a really good goal. He's been searching for one, so he's committed a lot to what we've done on the back line. We've made sure that he's occupying the centre backs and creating a bit of a havoc, and he's getting better with each game, trying to hold up the ball, hold up play, and it's he's never stopped learning, right? So, and this is all we ask of the group, and you stick to your principles, and you'll get rewarded. So happy Joe gets on the score sheet again tonight, and again, I'm speechless because I thought we played an excellent game and deserved 3 points. No, I mean, I don't worry about that. I mean, Indy's more the creator than he is the goal scorer, but we've seen, I think it was it Vancouver, where in the transition, he's a very clean finisher. So it just, credit to the Galaxy. They came back, in the game. They plugged up spaces. They took away decisions for us, because there were just bodies in the way, right? So we try to weasel out and weasel through, and then there was the next white shirt there. So which brought other players into play, right? So I think he was like a bit of a magnet. He drew a lot of attention, and then he got the ball off to supporting players, and we got shots off. We had dangerous moments. So we just don't need Indy to score all the goals or to be the only one shooting. So I thought we had an impressive attacking performance today.
Right before you guys scored that goal, Parker had that 1v1 interception that he had, and that kind of changed the momentum and led to the goal. As a coach, how happy were you to see kind of your team take defense straight into offense right away and capitalize on that energy?
Yeah, I think it happened in the first half as well, like 10 minutes before halftime, where Lucas Bartlett steps in at midfield, and then we go again. Jared Strout gets the ball on on the far post, and it's a side foot, just goes past the upright, and then the ball goes again in the midfield. Jake Nowinski steps in, and it's Tim Parker stepping in. So, we've been speaking a lot as a group of about being brave to defend these moments like this. And the backline showed, tremendous courage and connectedness to the rest of the group. So, yeah, I'm really happy with everything that I saw today.
Randy, you mentioned the craziness that happened in this match in Dallas. So, how impressed were you with your team's resiliency, especially offensively? As you said, you had, I believe, 22 shots. You created a lot of good chances. Didn't finish all of them, but just the response, effort, the commitment to sort of just dig in and get that type of performance after what happened in Dallas.
Yeah, I don't think we delved too much on Dallas. I thought, we kind of compartmentalized the Dallas game, right? So putting that into a different moment of the season. It happened, 4 weeks ago or something, and then we just had to finish it off for 39 minutes. So there was a bunch of travel involved and what have you. But now, the minute we got back, we knew the focus was on Sunday here against the Galaxy. So the players did a good job of, putting that into perspective and just putting it down to experience, because I don't think anybody had ever experienced that in their careers before. Just, finishing off a game 4 weeks later, right, from a goal kick in the Dallas half at 50 minutes, right? So, we learned from these moments and we used them, and we got back to St. Louis and ready to go for a very important match today against the Galaxy. So, I think you can see from the performance that the guys were very focused on this game, and for sure we're disappointed we didn't get the 3 points, but very pleased with the way we played.
Matt?
What did you think, Bradley, about the physicality of the game? Both on the number of fouls and cards called on City, but also on the amount of set piece opportunities that you were able to generate.
Yeah, good. I mean, I think it's the nature of how we play, Matt, with regards to we are a physical group. Do we like to collect as many yellow cards? No, because we believe the yellow cards break. If you give away a foul, you break the pressure, right? Because we want to be relentless. If the one guy gets beat, then the next guy should be on the scene of the crime to make sure he cleans up the action, right? So giving away fouls breaks the pressure, breaks the momentum of the game, gets a breather for the other team. So, it's not great that we had guys on yellow cards early on. We had to manage the game a little bit differently. But again, I thought Jubbs responded really well throughout the game and lasted the 90 minutes. So did Eddie Löw and Rasmus Alm. Obviously, he's been out for a while. It takes a while to get up to speed of the game first, right? The guy just goes past him and all of a sudden gives away a tactical foul. So it's just the way we play, and we like to play this way. We embrace this type of a game. But credit to them. They were physical and they brought their A game with regard to that department as well. They're a physical team. They showed it today. Joveljic up top, puts his body about, makes it difficult. Marky Delgado in the midfield, Ricky Puig, they all use their bodies really well. They might not be the biggest guys and competitors, but they use their well. I said early in the week, they're very good, savvy soccer players, and you could see that on display tonight as well.
Do you feel like you were able to control the midfield like you wanted to between Blom, Lubin, and Vassilev?
Sure, definitely. I thought, if you see the amount of line-breaking passes, from defenders to midfielders to the attacking midfielders, and then getting guys on the move and on the run. I thought the game plan worked very well. I thought we played vertical, we played brave, we were good in transition, we stayed on the ball when we needed to. The backline connected like they had to. So, I thought it was a good overall performance.
Alm and Stroud were getting full on box-to-box, controlling the left and the right wings. Was there something that LA did differently in the second half to kind of slow them down, or was that kind of like pulling things in for kind of a cohesive effect that you talked about?
Yeah, I think it's just the nature of the game early on, right? Stretching the back line. It's no secret Jared and Rasmus are runners, right? So looking for space in behind. And, I thought we created just as many chances in the second half, just in other ways, right? So bringing other people into play and, getting overlaps on the sides and, being brave to get on the move. Thomas Ostrak, I thought, looked lively when he came in. Celio in 1v1s, he always brings something different, right? So, but that's just the extent and the nature of wearing a team down to a certain moment. And, I thought we earned the right to play, and we earned the right to bring on those guys who like AZ Jackson as well as Celio, who like to take on guys in 1v1. So with there's different tools for different games that we like to use, and different personnel. So this was the route we went with for the first half and second half.
Coach, you mentioned earlier, and I just want to know, having two of your center mids on yellow cards early in the first half and then deciding to keep them the whole game can be pretty risky, and I just want to know what that kind of says about your trust in your players to leave them in the game when they're in such a contentious position where a lot of battles happen. They can easily get their second yellow.
Yeah, we always feel that we train harder than we play, right? So if we can get our minds adjusted and our bodies, ripe for these moments during games, and the emotional side of the game, we put a lot of stress situations on our players in trainings, right? And that should equip them to do well with those situations. And credit to Edu, credit to Jobs in the midfield. They manage their emotions really well.
Coach, with Game 3 in Springfield, can you maybe talk about what Kyle Ebert has brought to the game this year, and maybe how his progression has been throughout the year for this team?
Yeah, listen, Kyle's a great teammate and does just about whatever's necessary for his teammates and what's best for the team. So, I think you could see against a world star like Douglas Costa in a 1v1 that he's able to shut him down in a 1v1, doesn't need any help, doesn't need any assistance, right? He's got the confidence and the ability to move his feet, take up the run, get his body in between, block the pass, and move on from there, and then get the ball to the next guy, right? So, he's done an amazing job as a center back, and then, I'm sure he's impressed a lot of people as a left back as well. So, we don't need him to be bombing up the flanks and providing the pinpoint crosses for us to score. We would like him to get a little bit more adventurous, obviously, in the final third, but that's not his game. And, we want to take him into, we want him to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations, right? So we always try and push and encourage. But he does what he does best, and that's a good, solid defensive job. And, happy for Kyle's performance.
Coach, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time.